There we go. Okay. Before we get started, please be advised that the Committee of Adjustment hearings are recorded and a copy of this recording will be posted to the city's website and YouTube channel. Those in attendance may be included in this footage. By attending this meeting, you agree to be part of this recording. Okay. All right. Does anyone have any items they would like to discuss regarding the procedural orders?
I'll move them.
Seeing none, Cheryl will move.
I'll
Miriam will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay. On to our first item. Okay, first item on the agenda is submission number A26045. Notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, Article 1990. The address is 2308 Red Thorn Avenue. The applicant is Nathan Miskin. The purpose is to permit an open swimming pool. Variances requested are 1 to permit an open swimming pool 1.3 meters from the north lot line, whereas 1.5 meters is the minimum required. Okay. Is Nathan or his agent here?
I'm Nathan's agent, John Gleaming from Witzel Dice Engineering.
All right. Hi, John. Okay. We don't have any members of the public here for this, but does anyone require a presentation? Seeing none.
No.
Okay. All right, John, I assume you've had a chance to read the report from the city. Is there anything you'd like to ask or questions you have?
Not to ask, I think the context of this might be valuable here. The proponent purchased this property with the pool in place, and when they were in that purchase agreement, they were asked to do a pool fencing permit. And then when we went out and did the topographic survey, we noticed that the pool was built too close to the property line or closer than it's supposed to be. So
Okay.
it's not something that they're building, it's something that's already built. So that context is important, I think. And other than that, I don't think anything else is needed.
All right, great. Okay, with that, we can go directly to committee. Miriam, any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. Thank you.
All right, Daniela,
No, thank you.
Jeff,
No, I'm good, thank you.
all right, Cheryl, you're muted. Cheryl, you're muted.
Lord,
Although the hand gestures were very good, the
Well, I just wanted to thank John for doing the right thing, because when the family decides if they want to sell and move on, then the new family wouldn't have any problems. So that's nice that he followed up properly. So I have no questions at all. Just a thank you.
yeah, no, I don't have anything either. It looks like it's just the one corner, just likely a measuring error or just because of the way the lot line runs. So I'm okay with this.
Kind of
All
hard
right,
to move a
that's it.
pool.
Yeah, it's kind of difficult to move a pool, and given the area behind it, I don't think they could purchase a little piece to make it right.
No,
So,
no. I'll move
all
it.
right, Cheryl will move. Miriam will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final to the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the secretary treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. But with that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time. Okay.
Mercy.
All righty. Okay, next item on the agenda. Next item on the agenda is submission number A26046, notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, Article 1990. The address is 1588 Ryersea Road. The applicant is Robert Hammond. The purpose is to permit a front addition to a single detached dwelling. Variance requests are 1 to permit a main building front yard setback of 10.2 meters, whereas 13.1 meters is the minimum required. All right. All right. Hi, Robert. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Okay. this is recommended for refusal. So does anyone require a presentation?
Well, I understand why we'll deal with it.
All right.
We'll
Okay.
listen, yeah, to the
All right.
input.
All right, Robert. I assume you've had a chance to read a report from the city. Is there anything you'd like to add?
If there's an opportunity to make some comments, I know that Stuart and Aaron have some context to provide you with, maybe for what it's worth, in addition to what Stuart and Aaron present. And thanks to the committee, obviously, for hearing this. The neighborhood and the feel of it, the atmosphere and the aesthetic of it is very important to my wife and I. We feel strongly that the renovation that we're planning or hoping to conduct is very much in line with that. I think it would be the kind of renovation where if any of you walked past the house afterwards, you would struggle to know where the renovation was. It will look very much like the building as it currently stands. It's an important structure for us. We're approaching retirement, and the absence of stairs into this, main level room is going to be important for us, I think, in navigating as we get older. It's going to be a hobby space for my wife and I. We're both, my wife already is pursuing her artwork, and I'm hoping to join her in that in a couple of years when I retire from this. So yeah, I hope that gives you a sense of where we stand in terms of how important the neighborhood feel is to us. That's why we moved into that neighborhood, was because of the way it is. For what it's worth too, from the front of the property, we have a few very large evergreens that make that part of the house almost invisible from the street to begin with. And with the maintenance of those trees, it will remain that way. It'll be even more inapparent. So, but at that, I should leave the rest to Stuart and Aaron. I'm sure they'll be able to provide you with a lot more information. But thanks again for considering this. I appreciate it. I hope it doesn't present a conflict of interest, but I think I see a former lifeguard colleague of mine amongst you there.
Uh-oh.
Jeff probably doesn't remember me, but we worked together a long way back. But nice to see you, Jeff.
He's blocked that portion out. It's All right. Okay, Stuart, Aaron, as the agents, is there anything you'd like to add?
I think Rob definitely said a lot of the points that I was going to speak on. Thank you for that, Rob, and thank you to the committee for this opportunity to speak. I did want to point out, I know the London has the primary transit zoning areas, and we are incorporated in that within this property. And I understand the reasoning on that, but this subdivision in general is a very private area. There's no throughways, there is no transit, there's not even sidewalks. It's an interesting area that's very quiet. Then the planning report did note that it's our minor variance will isn't keeping with the consistency of the characteristics and the depth. It does say that the area has very similar front yard depths. To be honest, looking at aerial views and just driving around the neighborhood, I think you could kind of argue that, because every house in that area has completely different characteristics. They range in age from very new to built decades ago. So the characteristic of the area, you don't necessarily see that straight across all front yards kind of match. But as Rob also mentioned, we've got 3 very large evergreens right in front of the property that we do want to maintain. So the consistency and that street wall, I don't think you really to be honest, notice that when you're driving down the road because of the growth of the trees. There are varying depths of the properties and the houses. And we are trying to keep with the overall look of the existing house. We don't want to change that characteristic. We love the look of the house and we want to keep that characteristic. But I'd also like to just note that there was a similar minor variance request in 2023 for a minor variance permitted on Gloucester at 1566. I honestly don't know the entire reasoning for it. I just, they did ask for a setback there to build a garage in front of the house. It does appear that that's gone through. They are building that, or may have finished by now, but so there's also houses being torn down in the area and rebuilt. Like it's one of those
Yeah.
areas that's constantly forever changing.
That's good. Okay.
Okay, great. Okay. That said, we don't have any members of the public here for this, so we can go directly to committee. Daniela?
Sorry, just to mention, I believe there were a few letters from
One.
neighbors brought sent in as well.
Yeah, we did get a letter. Yeah.
A letter. Yeah.
Okay, Daniela, any questions?
Yes, thank you. Thanks to the applicant for addressing the tree question that I had. I was wondering, did we have any elevation drawings submitted with this application? If so, those would have been handy. And I have a question about the relation between the this addition and the house that would be to the east. Seems to be constructed a little closer to the road. Would it match that or exceed that in distance to the road?
The neighboring property is approximately 13-meter existing setback, and we're asking for about approximately 10.2. So it would exceed that a bit. I'm going by the aerial, so that is an estimate on that 13-meter setback. So we're not completely in line, but the road does curve. So again, it may appear slightly different in person.
Okay.
I'm sorry,
thank
what
you.
was you had two questions there that
Yes, I was looking through the package and I didn't see any elevation drawings. It's always nice to see what's planned when we're making a
there were
decision of this.
there were some renderings to try and help show the vision, but no elevations per se. Were you able to, did you see the renderings?
We
There
saw
was
we've gotten us like a updated site plan of where it's going to be built, but we didn't see anything that would show like
There was a concept package that was also submitted that would have showed the renderings.
Okay.
Not sure what happened to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, thank you very much. That's all I have.
All right. Jeff, any questions?
I didn't until that last point about a concept package. And I think I have a question for staff. Why was that not included in our agenda?
I think this is Matt's application.
Through the chair, we are just double checking the submitted agenda package.
Okay, well, while we're waiting for that, I do have a comment. 1586 Ryerson, which is directly across the road. Looking at the aerial map, that's a new construction, and the garage is definitely protruding in front of, I would say, almost all the properties on that side of the road. So I just want to point that out. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, while they're looking that up, we'll Robert, did you have something you wanted to add?
Yeah, it probably doesn't follow process, Steve, but my wife might actually have the elevation drawings if that's helpful. But then again, Stuart or Aaron might,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
perhaps
we don't.
Matt's looking them up too. So
Yeah,
forgive me.
no.
Yeah, sadly, we're unable to
That's
show any
okay.
of that sort of thing while we're in meetings. So yeah, but
Understood.
all right. I see the camera move to Matt.
Through the chair, there were elevations or rather renderings provided by the applicant as part of their submission. We do note that that was not included in the package to the committee. We're unsure why that was missed, but we'll be sure that doesn't happen in the future.
Okay. All right. All right. But just for clarification to Robert, so you did mention before that the new construction is going to very much mimic what is there now.
Yeah, absolutely. The roof line is hardly changed. And in fact, Steve, for what it's worth, we still have a fair bit of original brick, those clinker bricks that are kind of hard to get. We've got, we think, enough to sort of provide almost coverage on all external walls. So,
Okay. All right. Great. That definitely helps. Okay, Jeff, is there anything else?
No, thank you.
All right. Cheryl, questions?
No, because I've looked overhead, I've looked at the street map, I've looked at everything. I think the presentation was good, and when I look at the properties, it's not going to make this property as an eyesore and any different than the rest of the neighborhood. So I have no problem, Mr. Chair, with this application whatsoever, and I understand the aging. Now, it's interesting, I want to deflect. Jeff, you are young. I was old. My first pool was Silverwoods. So you whippersnappers must have worked after I got older and left. Good jobs. Yes, I have no problem with this. Not at all. No, nope.
Miriam, any questions?
No, I'm also good with this one. Yeah, no, I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, no, yeah, normally I'm not that keen on this type of development, but given, like you said, with the evergreens up front, you really can't even see the front of the house. And looking at the neighborhood, it is really sort of a hodgepodge of different setbacks and so on and so forth. In fact, there's one home being built, well, by the the view I see on Google Maps, there's one being built down the road that looks like it's going to be or is about as close to the road as you can get. So yeah, I don't have this. If this were a situation where everybody on the street was all the same frontage and that sort of thing, it might be a different issue. But this is just they're all over the place with this, with new and old construction. So I think I'm good with this.
Yeah, not a cookie cutter
No.
area. No, not at all.
All right, Miriam.
I'll move approval of this one.
All right, Miriam will move. Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
thanks so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Thanks. And Steve, can I leave the meeting? Is that all right?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Okay, great. Thanks again, everyone.
Okay. On to the next one. All right. Next item on the agenda is submission number 26052. Notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The address is 129 Delmont Place. The applicant is Gula Graham. The purpose is to permit a detached additional residential unit. Variance requests are one, to permit a detached additional residential unit in the front yard, whereas there are only permitted in the rear yard or interior side yards. And two, to permit an accessory building in the front yard. With a front yard setback of 38.2 meters, whereas 48 meters is the minimum required. Now, this one the variances itself, given the map and everything, is kind of confusing. So I'm actually going to ask for a presentation on this, just so maybe we can clarify, because it doesn't look like it's the front yard, but I'm sure there are certain circumstances with this being a cul-de-sac type of lot that I'm sure there's some reason for it. Chloe?
Yep. Thank you. So through the chair, the following application is a minor variance for 129 Delmont Place, where the applicant's requesting variances to permit a detached ARU. So the variances requested are 1, to permit a detached ARU unit ARU in the front yard, and variance 2, to permit an accessory building with a front yard setback of 38.2 meters. So notwithstanding the existing building siting, orientation, and civic address on Delmont Place, the Adelaide Street North frontage is the shorter lot line abutting the street and is deemed to be the front lot line for zoning purposes. Do I stop?
No, that explains everything I need to know. But please just carry on.
However, this technical front yard between the building and Adelaide Street North fully functions as the rear yard. Therefore, while the proposed detached additional dwelling unit is located within the technical front yard as defined in the zoning bylaw, it fully functions as the rear yard, and the proposed accessory structure could not be accommodated within the technical rear yard abutting Delmont Place. Further, the reduced setback from the southern lot line is adequate for maintenance and is not anticipated to result in negative impacts related to massing, shadowing, or loss of privacy for adjacent properties. Staff are of the opinion that the reduced setback will not have negative visual impacts on the Adelaide Street North frontage, partially as the proposed detached ARU will be sufficiently screened from view. As the requested variances are technical in nature, staff are satisfied that they do not set a precedent for future applications and are necessary for the appropriate development of the lands. Thanks.
All right, great. Perfect. I knew there was going to be something like that. Okay. All right.
Just look at the lot, Steve.
Yeah. There's always going to be one tiny little spot there, and it's going to be considered the frontage because it's the smallest area. Yeah. Okay. So to this, we have Jeff is the agent, and it says it's in person. Is he in the committee room?
Yes. Hi.
All right. Okay, we did have a member of the public for this, but I don't see them in the committee room, and I don't see them here. Okay. All right, Jeff. I assume you've had a chance to read a report from the city. Is there anything you'd like to add?
Okay, sorry. No, I think Chloe captured it. I appreciate it. No, I think it's unless there's questions from the committee that I can answer for context.
Okay. All right, great. Okay. All right, Barb, we did have a Jeff Walpole registered, but I don't see him here. Is anyone here?
Yes, he has not come into the waiting room online.
Okay. All right, we'll move on then. Okay. Jeff, you're up first. Any questions?
I'm good, thank you.
All right. Cheryl?
No, actually, it's a good layout considering the lot. So we're doing a lot of additional units. So yeah, no problem. No,
okay.
Thank you.
All right, Miriam.
No, and I think it's a good idea too.
All right, Daniela.
No.
If it were me, I'd be putting a driveway off Adelaide if I had the option.
No, you would not.
Okay. All right. No, I don't have any questions either. It seems simple enough.
I'll move.
All right. Cheryl will move. Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Right, to the applicant, this permission is not final to the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. And can I just add one thing? I just wanted to say the experience working with the planning team in the city here has been great. So I'm not sure you guys always get that feedback. So thank you for everything. My mom will be very excited if 20 days from now we can get a permit and she can stay in her property. So thank you.
Yeah, you can get all your ducks in a row in the meantime and then have shovels in the ground 20 days from now.
Sounds great. Thank you very much.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Jeff. That's nice. Always nice when staff get complimented too many times.
I'm sure it doesn't happen very often.
No, I know that. Yeah.
All right.
Last one.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is submission number A26053, notice of public hearing under section 45(1) of the Planning Act, also 1990. The owner is Richmond Highland Center, Inc. The address is 1727 Richmond Street. The purpose is to prevent an outdoor patio associated with a restaurant. The variances requested are 1, to permit a patio associated with a restaurant which extends beyond the existing building, whereas permitted uses are restricted within the existing building. Okay. All right, it's Hashim is the agent. We don't have any members of the public for this, but does anyone require a presentation?
No,
All right,
I don't.
All right. Hashim, are you there? I see the agent. I see you're muted. I don't see him.
Okay,
Yeah.
I figured it out. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah, if you all right, if you can if you figure out how to unmute yourself, that'd be great. We'll move on for the meantime. This seems fairly simple enough. So Cheryl, you're first up. Any questions?
Putting a patio in a plaza in a parking lot, which is going to be noisier, the patio or the cars? No, I have none at all. No.
All right, great. Whoops. Miriam, any questions?
Nope, it's a good idea. I'm good with this one. Thanks.
All right. Daniela, questions?
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Jeff?
No questions. I think it's a good idea, and hopefully they have large plots with some big vegetation, because it's
There you
a
go.
big parking lot.
Yeah, very large hunk of asphalt. And judging from the size of the patio, it's not going to be used for like entertainment reasons. It's going to be strictly for dining. So I don't see there being a big issue. So
good.
Oh, wait, Hashim, you've unmuted yourself. Are you there?
Sorry, I was unmuted by the host.
Oh, perfect. Okay, before we vote on this, is there anything you'd like to add?
No, I just want to thank staff. I appreciate their support, and thank you to the committee as well.
Okay, great. All right, with that said, Miriam?
I'll move the application.
All right, Jeff will second. There's no further discussion. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. Okay, to the applicant, this permission is not final until the expiration of the statutory appeal period of 20 days from the date the decision has been signed, during which the applicant, the minister, or a specified person or public body may file with the Secretary Treasurer an appeal against the decision of the London Committee of Adjustment. With that, we consider the matter to be closed. Thank you for your time.
Thanks to everybody and the staff. Thanks, Steve. I'll move adjournment.
All right, Cheryl will move adjournment. Jeff will second. All in favor? That motion passes 5-0. We stand adjourned. All right, everybody.
See you next week.
Yeah.